Hey, what's up, guys? Nice to talk to you all.
Hey, welcome back.
So I was wondering if you could give us just a little bit of alpha about thingies and their brains.
Well, I think what we've said before is that thingies create generative art, so that's kind of the function of or the first function of the thingies brains. Where we haven't released the full details yet, but it will be a new kind of model um, for the ASM protocol compared to the current AFA model. So it's an opportunity for us to kind of show how the protocol expands to different kinds of AIs and different kinds of brain interactions. There's probably as much alpha as we can give right now, because we want to make sure that we get everything ready to launch and then tell people about it because it's going to be pretty exciting. We don't want people kind of getting out there and jumping ahead of what we've developed either.
Super cool. It does sound exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the thing to keep in mind is that there's two things that'll affect um, the brain. One is the brain attributes that you rolled with when it connects with your thingy, and the second is the thingy itself. So your thingy has an impact on the way the brain operates inside of that generative art process.
Hmm.
Super interesting, right? You never get alpha if you don't ask for it, so I had to
No,
ask.
no, good man.
Yeah, yeah.
With a little
Keep
tidbit.
asking, keep asking.
And that was a little bit more than I thought you were going to give up. That's cool.
All right, thanks, guys.
Sweet.
No
Thanks,
worries.
Teal.
Thanks so much. Hey, just a reminder, if I invite you up before your turn, just keep yourself on mute and we'll get to you. Hey, Prowess. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for
Hey.
having me. Shook me right out of my chair last night. That was fun.
Yeah,
Um,
you recovered.
So I just
That
wanted
the
to say,
video shook me out of my chair.
oh,
I died.
good. That
Yeah,
was
I
the
died.
idea.
I died.
Yeah, making anyone smile about anything, about as excited as we all are about this project. One of my big things being a full-time degenerate is wanting to be able to start contributing more and more to communities and things. And the one thing I see with this community is going to be the generation of brain. And I was just wondering if when we could expect to see some sort of write up. And I don't have the ability in this moment, but I would really like to start with the parts and things that I will need, potentially warehouse spaces and T1 lines to be able to utilize this.
So you mean the GPU mining? So you cut out there a little bit. Not the GPU, but the
Oh, I'm so
GPU
sorry. Yeah,
um,
just what I would need as far as like the
LLMs mining.
computing power and things.
Yeah, so we're testing on some pretty hefty hardware. So we're using 3090s internally, but that's because it's the best thing to test on at the moment. We're actually targeting the training to be able to be done on any platform. M1 chips are interesting. The boys have been really excited about testing those. I'm not personally an Apple fan, so I couldn't give two shits. But as far as hardware
Shots
goes,
fired. Take it back. Take
Holy
it back,
shit!
David. You got some. There's plenty of Apple fanboys in here as well, team. Don't you worry about that.
In
yeah,
fact, most of us.
Yeah.
me and
Design,
Lenny are on our own.
design department. Yeah. Apple forever. Yeah.
But I think when in the real world it'll come down to a cost performance calculation. So whatever hardware you can get at a reasonable price over how long you intend to use the hardware, and how much factors like how much power costs in your area and that sort of stuff. You'll see pretty similar things um, to proof of work mining, and the calculations will be quite similar to that, I imagine.
Excellent. Okay, then that's perfect. And we'll be able to moving forward. I'm sure there'll be more things in the channel and things. So,
Yeah,
great work. Can't wait to open my boxes.
Awesome. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, we'll give you guys regular updates as the engineering team works through the details before we launch. And we're really keen to get it out into the community and see what you guys think.
Yeah, look, so excited about all of it moving forward. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks so much, Prowess. Yo, PJ Fluff McGlitch, how's it going?
Yo,
Hi gang.
boy.
I wonder what your question's about.
Well, it's not actually. I found I was like reprimanded last time, so I thought I'll try and keep it non-glitch for this one. But I actually just following on from what Max Poker was saying about the mining, the sort of the minting more brains and the asto staking and the liquidity providing, etc. I wanted to try and work out what that means if you've got multiple boxes. You know, I obviously aped in and got plenty of boxes, and in doing so, does that mean I'm going to have to provide a crazy amount of liquidity to earn the asto I need to mine the brains I need, or is that sort of factored in another way somehow?
So, are we dropping the alpha about asto?
I don't know if we were dropping that, but
Okay.
you might have. You
Do
might have.
it, do it.
I don't know. Your call. When were we saving that for?
Today.
I don't know.
Love it. Straight in there.
There's two parts. There's two parts to that alpha.
Yeah.
And I guess we can drop the first one.
Yeah, go. You do it.
Yeah. So and if I understand you right, we're talking about.
We could fuck this up and drop the wrong alpha.
Yeah, maybe you do it because since you're thinking.
Maybe do both. At least then you know you've dropped the right
So
alpha.
I think so. To answer your question, like obviously, if you have multiple boxes, you're going to need asto to mine multiple brains, or buy brains on the secondary. But to help people in that situation, and also to reward everyone who's kind of been part of the and stop me at any time, David, if you feel like this is going down the wrong path, who's been part of the journey so far with us, we're going to be airdropping asto to everyone who has a Genesis brain.
Oh no, Aaron!
Ooh.
Oh no!
delist. Amazing.
Yeah, so that'll help the journey. It may not be enough to get you your full set, but it'll help you on the way.
And is that going to be per brain rather than per wallet, I presume? Yeah. Cool. And so on the brain side of things, so if you've got a T, obviously the idea is always that I understood that you have a Genesis brain, you have the ability with liquidity provision or asto airdropping, which is amazing, or buying asto to be able to then get non-Genesis brains to make up your 4 you need for your team. Is there any benefit in actually having, for your players, each having a Genesis brain instead of having a Genesis and a Gen 2 brain?
Not in the way
directly.
They play.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want it to be sort of fair and even playing field. But there are other benefits to being a Genesis brain holder. Around the other mechanics.
But not related to all stars and the way they work as a team. There's no point in me taking a Genesis from each of my 4 boxes and using those and having a Genesis brain team. Okay, cool. And then I've got one question about the land stuff. I know obviously you talk about the stadiums.
Sorry, there could be an advantage to having a Genesis brain team versus non-brains, but not in the way that you're thinking. It's not because they'll be better at playing the game.
Yeah. So I was going to say, and I think we've hinted about the hereditary AI stuff in the past, but relating to that,
Okay. And then, so you mentioned land mechanics, Aaron, when you were talking about the stadiums. Now, the only land mechanics I've come across so far is kind of the boroughs, the land, you know, that whole metaverse. Are you talking about separate to that within the ASM element of the fluff universe, or has any information been talked about so far that I've missed, or
I think we've kind of talked about that. Yeah, we've talked about the idea that stadiums are NFTs in their own right. But when you think about play to earn mechanics, look at some of the popular ones out there. You can see that land plays quite an important role in the economics, and owning land is a big chunk of how the tokenomics work for play to earn games. And so AFA stadiums will fill that role inside of the tokenomic model for the AFA All Stars game.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I've taken up enough of your time, but Phil, you've done an amazing job. Seeing all of those characters is just seriously hyperdrive, especially at midnight in the UK. So well done, and well done to everyone else, obviously.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a real labour of love, and we are just absolutely stoked to keep the quality level super high. The set's looking amazing. We wish we could show you everything, but you'll see it soon enough.
Awesome. Thanks, team. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks, Ray.
Mint carefully, everyone. There are so many little Easter eggs and surprises. Don't rush into it. Make clever decisions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a warning.
That's an interesting. Yeah.
Thanks so much, PJ.
Thank you.
Yo, ZG. Hey, welcome. Welcome back.
Hey. Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Pretty good. Yeah. Good day.
I'm happy to be here. As always, I had a question that might sound a little noob for a lot of the people in the audience, but I'm more of a collector than a coin trader or coin aficionado. So I was wondering if you could, maybe if you don't want to give alpha, I don't think this entails alpha, but it's pretty basic. What is this going to entail when it comes to, for example, staking? Like, I don't stake often, right? I own a lot of NFTs. I trade NFTs, but it seems a little daunting to think I'm like staking brains to get more brains. And like, so for beginners, hypothetically, right? Joining your project for people that aren't as educated on how the staking rewards work, how it is it as simple as going to a website? I don't know if you have a special process for that you don't want to leak, or if it's just you can compare it to something else that exists out there that maybe for the people that aren't, as experienced in the staking realm. But all I want to basically preface is with that in mind, obviously I'm invested in the project and whatever projects that you guys are releasing. And I want to know how I can maximize obviously the NFTs, or in this case, the brains that I own without.
We'll make it super simple. There'll be a really nice UI that Phil and the same people who kind of have gone through all the cool character design, across all the design and UX of the staking web interfaces. So it should be fairly straightforward. And if you've never done it before, we try and make the process as simple as possible. If you've interacted with Uniswap before, then you'll get a sense of the kind of experience that's involved with that. If you've been involved in staking in any of the friends of friends projects around us, like Bunbridge or Universe or EnterDAO, Fiat DAO, then some of the process will be similar, but we've upgraded the UX on those with a bit deeper integration with Uniswap to cut out a few steps for noobs in the process.
Great. So it actually might make sense to, if I wanted to get ahead of the curve. So basically maybe do a little research on Bridge and what that staking process is like.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Great.
Also,
awesome, guys.
Also Carmen and Lenny are working on an altered education segment about this, I believe. If not, they will be.
Yes, correct.
Cool. Good. So we'll get some guides out and stuff for you guys.
Thank you so much, Carmen. I look forward to seeing it. Thank you. Thank you guys as always, and appreciate your time, and congratulations.
Awesome.
We're all excited, but I can only imagine what you guys must be, feeling behind the scenes.
Always shaking.
Honestly, I'm not even joking when I say that I get consistently surprised by what I find out about what the guys are building, because they're on it every day, and I'm kind of dipping in and out, and then I see stuff, I'm like, holy fucking shit. you know, and I'm not, and I'm like a real fan because I'm like seeing this stuff come out, and you know, not at the same time as those guys, and I constantly get surprised about what little tricks they've got under the hood. In fact, some of the stuff they hide from me because I'm like, guys, just keep it simple. Let's just make sure we get shit out, and then they're like, oh, we did this cool little thing. I'm like, fuck, that's cool. Stop doing cool things.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
wait
true.
to see them all. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks so
CG.
much. Hey, level 50. Sorry, LV50. How you doing?
Afternoon, team. How are you?
Yeah,
Good,
good.
mate.
Good to have you back.
Good. Thank you very much. Just when I thought it couldn't get any more exciting, you guys go and drop a whole lot of more alpha. Amazing. I don't know how you guys keep this all so quiet, and you probably only told us like 10% of what's going on. So
It's hard.
looking forward to what's coming. Yeah, it must be. Got a few quick questions. Above and beyond the Asto airdrop, which absolutely fantastic, awesome, and the staking of assets to earn Asto, is there going to be some sort of initial public token sale of Asto, or any further distribution of it in some form?
No, we're using the yield farming and liquidity mining mechanics for the distribution. It's the fairest way to do it, and it provides, you know, a good feedback loop for people who are really, you know, committed to the project, as opposed to people who kind of just want to come and play the dump game on the token. Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. I haven't heard, I could be wrong. Have you disclosed what assets are to be staked to earn Asto yet?
We haven't yet, but once we get that kind of last set of models reviewed back from the Delphi guys, then we'll be able to share that so you can start to get ready. But you can probably make some guesses based on the friends that sit around the project, you know, and some of the investors that have kind of contributed to the rounds.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Last question. Are the AFA stadiums located in Fluff World, and how does one obtain land and stadium?
So good question. I won't answer the first part of the question now because that's to be revealed at a later date. But we've got some cool ideas about how that all comes together. The second question is there'll be different ways. So there'll be the opportunity to mint them. There'll be opportunity to buy them on the secondary. There'll be the opportunity to win them inside of game mechanics. Stadiums are going to be a really cool feature of the game that allow us to keep evolving both the content, but also the way that players interact with the worlds and what skills they have to learn. So it's going to be pretty fun. You might even see like, you know, watch out for things like special stadiums for specific all-star traits and stuff like that, so that you know, if you've got some rare traits, you might be able to get into special stadiums, that kind of thing.
Perfect. Just by the way, I'd love to just be able to go through one of the portals in my high roller burrow straight to my stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. Just keep that in mind.
I think we might be able to do better than that.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I'm never ceasing to be surprised by you guys. So absolutely love it. Well done. And thank you for answering the question.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Ray.
Thanks so much. Yo, welcome back, Prowess.
Yeah, you guys made me go get my mic. I'm like, I must be heard, I guess. So, I guess this is kind of a two-part question here, and it just kind of leads from a point of, so in staking and mining for the Asto and then Brains, is there like a perfect configuration that we would need between the friends of ASM, and is there certain things that we should have in place to be able to make sure that we're in the best position to be able to stake and farm straight out the gate?
I think we'll give people plenty of time to like load up and start to get ready for the staking period. So we won't reveal all the details here because they're not finalized yet. But as soon as we do, we'll make sure there's enough time for people to get ready.
Yeah, and I guess that just leads to the second part. So after the great unboxing and we've all shaken ourselves straight out our houses. How about a ballpark figure on how long until we're going to be playing each other? Like between box opening and first game played, maybe.
Yeah,
And I won't hold you to anything.
Yeah, we are looking at Q1 22, but we haven't set a firm date yet. And the closer we get to that, the more certain we'll be about releasing a more detailed timeline.
Yeah, but it's worth mentioning that, of course, the development is underway. So yeah, we're pretty excited.
Thank you guys so much.
And I think early in the new year, we will probably be showing some footage around the development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting. Yo, hey Polo. Welcome to the stage.
What's going on, team? Thank you for having me.
Hey, hey.
Good.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Yeah,
Good,
yourself?
thanks.
I'm great. So you guys obviously dropped a lot of info today. I'm very excited, especially on that YouTube video live you guys did. Like that was really dope and stuff. And I have one question about layer 2. Like, how are you guys gonna do that? And like, maybe we could use layer 2 to unbox.
We haven't kind of finalized the layer 2 plans yet. But like we've said before, a lot of the interactivity with the protocol we want to be able to support layer 2s for, and make sure that it's important that the gas fees are, minimized significantly for that part of the protocol ecosystem. But for the actual NFTs themselves, still the biggest liquidity and best place to trade NFTs is on mainnet. So you got to get the balance right between providing people with the ability to kind of have a venue to trade the NFT that is liquid and has access to the biggest pools of assets, but also then use their NFT in a way that makes sense from a gas fee perspective. And that's the architecture approach we're taking, is to get the best of both worlds, basically premium place for the assets and kind of secondary tier or second layer networks for the utility.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chasing Tail.
Hello, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good.
I have
Hello.
2 questions. One is, if once you open your boxes and then you've got your players, or characters or whatever, so if people are gonna sell some players on the secondary, not myself obviously, they need to customize them before they sell them, or can they sell them uncustomized and then the person who's buying it is like buying it not done yet, and then they have the opportunity to do that?
I'll let Phil take this one.
Yeah, actually, thanks, David. Yeah, you can. They can be sold in either configuration. So the cool thing about the configuration process is it's optional. You're going to get 4 super cool all-stars straight out of the box, and they'll be amazing. And then, configuration is like this extra thing that can happen. And if you want to do that, then, of course, there's a remint process, but there's a property there that shows you whether that all-star is configured or unconfigured. So it actually adds a whole nother layer to the whole thing, because you might have an amazing character, that you love, and you could even improve it over time, but you haven't configured it, and then it could be configured later down the track. So that's the way that mechanic works.
And then once it's been configured, it can only be done once, is that right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And then that will show up as well. So once a character has been configured, that's its final form.
Oh,
I mean,
awesome.
there is a possibility that we're within like the AFA game or whatever, you could win items that allow you to do another
David,
customization.
more alpha, more
Oh,
alpha.
fuck.
Keep going, David.
Oh, shit.
so much alpha. Yeah.
You guys are having all the fun. I didn't get it.
You can share as much as you like, David. We have no problem.
Oh, thank you. Oh, well, since you said that.
Yeah. Well, since I said that, any more updates on the glitch box?
You'd love it.
Just that the characters inside the glitch box are, let's say they look rare.
Yeah.
Looks rare.
Looks rare.
You could
Looks
always share
rare.
your screen, Phil. We don't mind.
I already did that. I literally had to delete them off that Figma file that I was scrolling over before in case my hand slipped and I sent it off for the wrong space.
Awesome. Well, that was all my questions at the moment. Very excited and can't wait till Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Thursday?
Thursday NZ time. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
December 1st, US time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do
Oh, no,
we
it's
do
late.
PST because most of the Discord channel is PST time.
Hey, but Chasing Tails, you're clearly here in the future with us in New Zealand, so yeah.
Yeah,
Still,
exactly.
yeah, we get to live in the future.
Yeah. Does that mean that we get a sneak peek ahead of everybody else? No?
Keep going.
All right,
Love it.
I'll stop now.
Hey, thanks for coming up.
All right,
Cheers.
thank you.
Bye.
Cool.
You gotta try. I love it. And you guys are feeling very generous today, hey? So, do we have any more questions, guys? Any more requests? Please raise your hand. Hello.
Hey, I just had one other question quick. So will you be able to trade specific accessories and whatnot after the AFA stars are configured?
Not at this stage, but that's a mechanic that we may look at. At the moment, the accessory is part of the character's makeup, but we definitely have some plans to target specific features and gamification elements to specific accessories. And
Yeah,
and that's
accessories
actually-
will count. So
Yeah.
they're not just
Yeah,
cosmetic.
Yeah, but no, they can't be sold or swapped directly in the way that you're thinking. Keep an eye out for the hobby trait. It's a really cool one. You know, obviously there's a set of base accessories across all the families, but the hobby trait unlocks a bunch of special accessories, and each one of those within that hobby will be, you know, quite limited edition. So yeah, keep an eye out for that in your box.
Okay, awesome. And then one last question. We get a lot of questions in the Discord of people asking if you can stake the actual NFTs themselves as opposed to staking the token to earn more NFTs. Is there any clarity that you guys can give us on
Yeah,
that?
so
Just so we can answer
if you
that better.
if you missed the Zoom, we don't think staking the NFTs is good for the NFT market, and so and also for the utility, like they're supposed to be used, and so the solution to that, to help people who are trying to accumulate brains, is we're giving an airdrop of Asto tokens to each Genesis brain, and so
and then,
you don't need to stake the brain, but you can stake the Asto that you get as an airdrop.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's it. So excited. Love all the characters that you guys showed, and super excited for next week.
Awesome.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
We appreciate
Thanks,
you.
man.
Yeah, and thanks for your good work.
Yes.
I'm echoing on your thing, I think, Carmen.
Oh yeah, that's better.
That's better. Yeah, thanks for all your hard work in the community and answering all the questions. We super appreciate both you and the studio and the other mods as well.
Yeah, no problem.
Welcome up, the studio.
Hi guys.
What's up?
Just enjoying the beautiful sunny weather.
Hmm.
I just wanted to start off by, saying
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Crazy.
This is probably why.
Slack chat after that one, it was so funny. Everyone it was like we were trying to root out the communist kind of
Yeah.
insider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely an inside job, but it was me. I have a simple question. I work at the unis, and gaming development is like huge, and we have like enrollments and like ridiculous enrollments, basically. So if stadiums are like land ownership, could I like get like simple games developed just for all stars to play within stadiums, like a hacky sack, or like something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I love this idea. We want people to start using these assets, and I think that's one of the cool things about the NFT space is because they're yours and you own them, you can do whatever you want with them, and we want people to create little
Mini
games and
games
little
or entirely
experience or
new
big
games.
games.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
one of the things I really want to do once we get the tools out for the AI tools out is to run things like game jams, where with a
Oh wow, yeah.
indie game development community can get together and just
Smash out something for a
yeah
not AFA but something else. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
it'd be really awesome.
And there'd be
and we
no
just
better place to start than with the local community there.
yeah and even
Amazing.
sponsor some of those outputs out of the game jams into real games.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be awesome
these
to see as
students would appreciate some assistance of any kind.
well. yeah
But,
yeah definitely something I'm looking forward to. Yeah,
perfect. Thank you guys.
cool. Thanks, Ray.
Enjoy the rest of your days.
You too.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. All right. If we don't have any other questions,
No, we got one last one. All right.
oh yeah, come on up, Proes.
All right. Thanks for having me back up for one last little question here. As far as, is there going to be a timeline on when you have to assign traits to the characters after the unboxing? And do special characters come in the original boxes, or are they only in the other tiers of boxes?
Yeah, so two questions there. In terms of assigning, configuring your character, there may be some point in the future where all characters go to locked, but at this stage, that point is a long time away. And I think we mentioned in a chat somewhere that if and when that happens, we will give everyone plenty of notice. So we expect that most characters that people want to have configured will have been configured by then. And that configured unconfigured is actually a nice little game in itself, because there can only be one of each configuration, of course. So some people will want to try and get custom configurations, and then the pool of non-configured characters will actually dwindle. So of course they have their own rarity dynamic then as well. So that's that part. Sorry, you have to remind me of the second part. Went off on a tangent.
I'll just on that first part. You guys are next level with the gamification of what you've done with game theory and things in NFT space. Like absolutely next level. People are gonna copy what you guys are doing for years and years to come. The second part of the question was
it's a real team effort on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. Like the thought process. It's like the Lord of the Rings, like rewritten in the metaverse. And I'm so thankful to be a part of all of this with you. So, but as far as the second part of the question, as far as like the special characters and things like that, do the original boxes hold any of those, or do those other boxes contain those?
Yeah, so original boxes don't contain bosses, those super special characters. They are reserved for rare and up, and of course the very best chance you have of getting one of those is in an ultra. The chance of getting one in an ultra is pretty good. We're never going to reveal exact numbers because that really just takes all the fun out of it, but ultras have a damn fine chance of getting some very, very special characters.
Damn fine.
Damn fine. Yeah. There's so many things I want to say now. But no, apologies.
No.
Original boxes can't get the super boss characters. So yeah, you want Those
But you
if
can get
those are the
special characters.
they can, yeah, absolutely, and they get, and they can get other types of special characters, chromatics, for example. So you're gonna be able to get some great characters even and hey, every all-star is awesome. So you're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get
the other thing. You
Thank you.
you
Yeah,
might
that is too funny.
honestly you
Yeah.
might get an originals box and then come up with an awesome configuration. There are billions of configurations, and if you come up with something that the community desires, that's got completely nothing to do with what's rare or not. You get to be creative in this process, and I'm sure we will see players emerge out of the common boxes that people just love and want.
Yeah, no, highly valued, absolutely. So have fun. Like we're excited to see what pops out. Because 40,000 characters might sound like quite a lot, but out of a combination space of over 500 million, it's a really small sample. So yeah, we've created a big potential universe here for you to play with.
As far as ASTO distribution, do all boxes get the same, or do the rare boxes get more?
Haven't announced that yet. Unconfirmed.
Yep.
Oh,
Let's go
sorry.
with
I think
that.
you got removed, Prowess, if you had anything else to say. Welcome up, Polo.
I have one last question. So we all know that like play to earn games are gonna revolutionize everything, especially for like third world countries. Are you guys doing any efforts to like onboard like groups of people from those types of places where we can like rent our teams or individual characters to them and
We
earn
actually just teamed up with a new guild who is building a massive. I think they've got 5,000 players already for Alluvium, and they're working with us. So Polymos is the name of the team. You can Google them, do a bit of research, and they're working with Asian Logic to build out ecosystem of players for play to earn games, and we're already partnered up with them. So that's one of them. There are others that we haven't announced yet, but it's an area that we definitely focus on. Also, keep in mind, these are intelligent characters, and there are other options for us to allow owners to put them to work without necessarily having to go down the path of renting other humans to do it with.
Oh, interesting. Wow, thank you so much for answering that question.
And that might be revealed as a special thing for the Fluff community shortly. Yeah.
I think
thank you.
Enough alpha for the day. I'm shaking. I don't know about everybody else. Cool. All right, I think that wraps it up, guys. Awesome session and massive week ahead of us next week. So I know the whole team is just heads down even over the weekend, making sure everything's going to go smoothly. So yeah, look out for Thursday/Wednesday.
Yeah,
and I'll see you guys on the Discord.
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks for having me up. It's been great to be on my first AMA, and big thanks to the community. Like the design team have the feedback that's come back to us has just kept us all going through the late nights. The one that just was the crowning pinnacle for me was when someone said, "Hey, these characters look like they were made by Pixar," and we were like,
yeah.
Thank you. That is the highest praise anyone could offer. So yeah, super stoked.
Thanks
for being here.
Thanks,
See ya.
guys.
See you guys.
Bye.